What's going on, y'all? Polo Sports Talk and Entertainment. Here again with another one. Be sure to hit that like button. Sub to the channel if you're not a member. And also hit the notification so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. I got some breaking news as um, Mark Williams has declared for the draft via Instagram, according to Joe Rothstein of CBS Sports. Um, as you know, Mark Williams, he played for my squad. He played for the Duke Blue Devils and was a personal favorite of mine. I felt like it's his time to go. You want to go while everything is hot. Um, had an outstanding performance. I would say, with the exception of the final game, in which you can't fault his effort because he did what he could uh, in that game against North Carolina and everything. But nevertheless, man, yes, it's his time. He is a sophomore, uh, and he was the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. He had 2.8 blocks per game. Like I said, him and Baycott, they were the defensive forces that I felt like could have had a high draft stock, depending on. Well, that would have been more dependent on if Baycott wouldn't have got hurt. Okay, but if Baycott wouldn't have got hurt, then if Armando wouldn't have got hurt, I guarantee you he would have been in the top 10. But a lot of people felt like his draft stock would have dropped because of his injury, and then also because he's a little bit older. But see, you got to realize that Mark Williams is a sophomore. He's a sophomore. It's time for him to go. Listen, he's gonna be a defensive force in the Dallas. Okay. Uh, Now, what his trajectory is, I don't know. But he's going to be some sensational because this guy has a knack for rim protection. Listen, you got to understand, man, that this guy right here, he is the one that, besides, uh, I would say, uh, Roach, you know what I'm saying? But between him and Roach, they were the ones that really didn't really get enough credit for really truly keeping us in there. More was consistent at times, but then there were some times he just didn't show up or whatever. But now I want to say this too, okay? I want to tell people that I'm glad that he's leaving because I know he was pissed off. Hey, look, I'd have been pissed off at Coach K too. Coach K, I was disappointed in Coach K for throwing him up under the bus the way he did at the press conference. That all didn't fall on Mark Williams. Mark Williams was playing pretty much the whole entire game and giving effort on both ends of the floor throughout the whole entire tournament. He single-handedly changed the game on defense, especially against Arkansas and as well as Texas Tech. If it wasn't for Texas Tech, if it wasn't for Mark Williams against Texas Tech, we wouldn't have been in that game. We would not have been in that game at all. Okay, and it took us a minute. I mean, kind of, feel ourselves against Arkansas, but I mean, he was the force in Arkansas, and everybody's tripping on. Oh, he only averaged 7 rebounds. Baycott averaged, a double double and all this other stuff. I get all that. Hey, look, his rim protection is still obsolete. It was still good enough for him to get the ACC Defensive Player of the Year award. Okay, and I know a lot of people were tripping off the fact that Virginia Tech had beat us. but he's gonna be a force. I don't know who really to compare him to, but he's gonna be a force. And just with his defense alone, just in my opinion, I feel like he should be in top 10, at least top 20. But I wouldn't be surprised if they drop him a little bit. I know Banshew is going to go number one, but we'll see what happens, man. We'll definitely see what happens. I feel like he did a tremendous job, man. And a lot of people are looking at Moore. They're looking at a guy like Moore for him to be, real high in the draft or whatever. But if if you're a team like a well, can't say Golden State, you know, like maybe a Detroit, or I wouldn't want him to get stuck in a situation like Orlando. But if you're a team that could use a solid big man and groom him, and at his young age, he could be beneficial for a roster. He could be very beneficial for a roster. I mean, the guy is agile, and also, like, I don't think people understand that this guy can play defense out on the perimeter at times too. I mean, the guy was able to get a steal and take the ball coast to coast or whatever, and do what was necessary to score. You talk about a big, and he's an agile big. Now, I know some people are gonna try to compare him and Baycott. Baycott, has a little bit of the edge. I feel like Baycott is a little bit better on the pick and roll and with his rebounding, of course. But as far as rim protection and his awareness, he's obsolete, man. So y'all let me know what you think, man. Leave your comments, like the video, share, subscribe, hit the notification, follow for Talking Entertainment. I get at you.